What's going on, you guys? I apologize that it's kind of dark, but you kind of see in here it's a little dark in this room. But UCLA wins the Sun Bowl. Pretty good win. This was a very slow first half. Frustration up and down. I mean, I'll talk about the the bads. I thought Brett Hundley's arm was kind of bad until garbage time. His throwing was bad. Virginia Tech had the right game plan. Stop him up the middle. Dare Hundley to beat you in the air. And there were times he didn't beat us. They beat him with the legs. And there was just one bad breakdown in the second quarter where they did not. The spy was like a defensive lineman, and there was some blocking downfield for the 86-yard run. It was a beautiful run. Don't get me wrong. Just they dared Hundley to beat him with the arm, and they had the right idea. They just didn't execute. That UCLA wide receivers kind of up and down. The running game was bad, and obviously when UCLA doesn't run up the middle, typically they lose. Virginia Tech had the right idea, just didn't execute the one play. Good news is they kept them out of the end zone, minus that opening or the second. There was that one drive they got very casual, got down the field and they scored, which everyone's going to have a mistake. It happens. But the defense adjusted really well in that second half, and pretty much for the rest of the second quarter. I mean, to me, the defense gave up 0 points in the second half because of the one was a muffed punt by Shaq Evans. In his last game, he muffs that punt, but he kept them out of the end zone, and then the other one was the safety that went out of bounds. UCLA has done a very good job at second half adjustments. That's been a big trend with this team, and it did come today. So it's good to see the second half adjustments worked. This team was motivated. I thought they were that touchdown drive. They looked kind of unmotivated, but thank goodness they did play all right. Logan Thomas had that one nice hit on us. He didn't play well from a throwing standpoint, but in his last game it was kind of a rough one. He trucked Miles Jack on the one play, so yeah, give him credit where credit's due. I know he's been a struggling guy though for Virginia Tech. They had the backup come in, and yeah, their offense was dead. Their offense was really dead the whole game, minus the drive before the field goal. They did get to the UCLA side of the field. Yeah, UCLA just wore them down the second half. They just grinded it out. Started to run better with the short throws, and that's the game plan Mazzoni's been playing with. So it's good to know that it worked. Obviously, that pick six was a bad decision by Leal. I'll give credit to the defensive line for the pick six. Jack was in the right place at the right time. And even in garbage time, after the interception by Jordan Zumwalt, who had a great game, Duarte gets the late touchdown in the red zone, and then Brett Hundley makes that big throw in garbage time to Shaq Evans. That's the last touchdown for Evans. Had a pretty good career, Notre Dame transfer, decent career with us in a short time with UCLA. Big question is, of course, if Brett Hundley declares for the NFL draft. And this is not me acting selfish or wanting Hundley back necessarily. This has to do with him and an NFL prospect. I haven't seen his accuracy, and I haven't seen him do well downfield until garbage time. I mean, there were some games he did well against bad defenses, but in the big games or against good defenses, his accuracy was out of the window. I didn't see any accuracy from him until later. And, hey, it worked okay. Yeah, Virginia Tech had the right idea, as I said before. I mean, Fairbairn missed a couple kicks. I mean, that was pretty bad. Not exactly good there, but it is what it is. But Jordan Zumwalt, he's the player of the game. I know Hundley had all the stats, but Zumwalt really made the stops, and I know he hurt Logan Thomas at the end, or in the second quarter, but he wasn't even playing as good. Zumwalt was all over the field, making tackles left and right. I thought the defense, really Miles Jack has a huge reason. Everyone talks about his offense as a running back, but on defense he's just as valuable and way more important. It's funny he got the Pac-12 freshman offensive and defensive player of the year in the Pac-12, so he'll be good next year. It'll be good to see him. He's got 2 more years with him. But Hundley, I just don't know if he's ready. Do not know if he's ready for the NFL level coverage and anything else yet. It's kind of, but if he leaves, it's not going to be the end of the world for UCLA. I think we can reload with Woolyard when he comes in. I'm not scared if Hundley declares. There's some things with his arm where I haven't seen him do well. He runs all right. Sometimes he holds on to the ball too long. But today, he was able to run and escape anything that Virginia Tech tried to do. So, yeah, shout out to Don V. I know it sucks to lose the bowl game, but they had a little bit of beamer ball. They had that punt return, or that muff punt. They always have some special teams. So, they had a good defense, just we wore them down. UCLA, first 10-win season since 2005, and last time we had a 10-win season, we played in the Sun Bowl as well. So, hey, it's been a good year. Sure, it sucks you can't beat the big teams and win the national title, but they did well. I thought, for the most part, they were competitive in every game. Just that Oregon game, it was all about the fourth quarter, third quarter. They adjusted. Stanford game, they were close, just couldn't win the trench battles. And ASU, they had a bad start, but really they lost to 3 decent programs. So I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain this time. They won every game they were supposed to win, and then they beat USC to say they run this town. So this was a successful year in year 2 of Jim Mora. I will have a football recap video and everything. If Hundley declares, I might talk there too. So let me know what you all thought about the Sun Bowl. It's now basketball season, guys. We'll see what happens with Steve Alford. But football's over. We might be becoming a football school soon, very, very soon. We'll see you guys later.